Namaste, myself JVN Neha Saini from Faculty of Physiotherapy and Diagnostics, Jyoti Vidyapeeth Women's University. Here I am going to tell you about the osteology of upper limb. Here we discuss about the attachment of humerus. So here, this is the upper end of the humerus. At the upper end, we have the lesser tubercle and the greater tubercle. Now first we have the attachments on the lesser tubercle. On the lesser tubercle, this is the attachment of subscapularis muscle. It is the insertion, that is why we have marked it with the blue color. Then come to the greater tubercle. This is the greater tubercle. Here we have the insertions of three muscles. The topmost muscle is the supraspinatus muscle. Then the middle one, this is the infraspinatus muscle. Then below that we have the teres minor muscle. So we have three muscles on the greater tubercle. The topmost is the supraspinatus, middle one infraspinatus, and then the teres minor muscle. So this is the three muscles on the greater tubercle. Then at the anatomical neck we have this green colored structure. This is showing the attachment of capsular ligament of the shoulder joint. So this is the attachment. Here we can see how it appears, how it is attached on the anatomical neck. Then come to the shaft. At the shaft, on the anterolateral aspect, we have this deltoid tuberosity. So at the deltoid tuberosity, we have the insertion of the deltoid muscle. So this is the V-shaped deltoid tuberosity, which is receiving the insertion of deltoid muscle. Then on the lower part, that is the lower 1/3 part of the anterolateral and the anteromedial surface, this is covering the origin of brachialis muscle. So this is the brachialis muscle origin. Then on the lateral side, this is the lateral border. This lateral border is very much prominent at the lower part. That is why we have named it as lateral supracondylar ridge. So attachments on the lateral supracondylar ridge are at the upper 2/3 part of this lateral supracondylar ridge. We have origin of brachioradialis muscle. So this is showing the attachment, that origin of brachioradialis muscle. Then below that, that is at the lower 1/3 part of this lateral supracondylar ridge, we have origin of extensor carpi radialis longus. So this is the origin of extensor carpi radialis longus. And this is the lateral epicondyle of humerus. So the lateral epicondyle is also known as common extensor origin. Why? Because it is providing origin to most of the extensor muscles of the forearm. That is why it is known as common extensor origin. Then come to the medial aspect. On the medial aspect, similarly, we have this medial border. It is prominent at the lower part, and here we can say it as medial supracondylar ridge. So this is the medial supracondylar ridge. At the lower part of this medial supracondylar ridge, here we have the origin of pronator teres muscle. So this is the pronator teres muscle. And this area is known as medial epicondyle. This medial epicondyle is also known as common flexor origin. Why? Because it is giving origin to most of the flexor muscles of the forearm. Then at the lower end, we have this inverted V-shaped attachment of the capsular ligament of the elbow joint. Since the lower end of the humerus is forming elbow joint, so this is the capsular ligament of the elbow joint. Then come to the posterior aspect of this bone. On the posterior aspect, we have over here the radial groove. Just above the radial groove, we have the oblique ridge. So at the oblique ridge, we have origin of the lateral head of triceps brachii. So this line is marking your origin of lateral head of triceps brachii. Below the radial groove, whole of the posterior surface, it is giving origin to your medial head of triceps brachii. So this is the medial head of triceps brachii. Then on the posterior aspect, again we have this inverted V-shaped marking of the capsular ligament of the elbow joint. So this is the capsular ligament of the elbow. Then at the posterior aspect of this lateral condyle, we have this origin of anconeus muscle. It is a small muscle of the posterior compartment of the forearm. This is anconeus muscle, which is arising from the posterior aspect of the lateral condyle. So this completes the attachment of humerus bone. Thank you.